Welcome, 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 everybody. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here tonight, about to get into it, all about Baltimore's new fixed price program. So excited to have you guys here tonight. Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all feeling? Drop some fire in the chat if this is your year to become an investor. I want to see our community lift up, get these properties, get these investments, and really kill it this year. This is going to be an amazing year for all of us. I'm super excited to have you guys here tonight, and make sure that you guys are taking notes, being activated. Make sure that you guys are in tune with tonight's class, because I definitely have an amazing class for you guys tonight. And
All right, so first thing first, we're gonna talk about dollar houses. So it's to be honest with you guys, like it's a few different ways to get dollar houses, right? So in Baltimore, we can focus on Baltimore, but we're gonna focus on other ways to get them as well. So the HUD homes, they also offer dollar homes as well. So with that process, we can get into that just a slight bit, but in that process, you have to have your nonprofit, and that's something that we'll help you with as well. But so for right now, we're going to talk about the division housing of community and development. So that's the only place where you can get the dollar houses at. They're located at HUDhomeusa.gov. Um, that process is a really great process as well. Once you acquire your nonprofit, you will see endless ways to get dollar homes, as you're going to see it as well as when we break down the process. So what I'm going to teach y'all is basically the process about being a contractor. We're going to get these houses, but at the same time, when we buy these houses, we want to make sure we understand the most important process. The most important process is making sure we're able to fix these houses up, because they're just giving them away, as you can see. But at the same time, we have to have an exit strategy in order for us to get through these houses, and at the same time, so we can invest in our futures the right way. So one of the things that I do, I invest in flooring and cabinets and everything from overseas, to whereas though we're going to be able to get our materials for cheaper than the next person. So that, like, when we get contractors from Baltimore, we're just going to tell them, listen, we only need you guys to do our labor. We don't want y'all to do anything else. We're going to have all the materials covered. When you do it that way, now you can see, for 1,000 square foot house that we're going to probably focus on getting down there, you're going to see that we only probably going to pay maybe 40 to 50,000, and our materials probably cost us about 25,000. So 75,000 is the key, or where we're trying to be at when we're fixing up these homes down here. So let's go to the actual fixed pricing program. Baltimore City Department of Housing and Community Development. So they have a few different phases, right? So a lot of people were saying, okay, you can't buy unless you're what? Unless you're a primary resident owner. That's not true. So what we're going to focus on phase 2 and phase 3. So phase 2 identifies properties not yet owned by the city, where applicants have legacy or familiar interest, right? That's where we're going to kind of slide in there to getting these dollar houses. Phase 3 starts July 1st. This includes future homeowners, community land trust owners, nonprofits, and for-profit developers. So the reason why I'm going to like really hint on nonprofits is because the nonprofit is going to come before your for-profit. So that's going to be the main thing that we're going to focus on. Also, on phase 2, what we're going to focus on is the applications are $100. At the same time, we just got to show proof of funds. So they're going to want you to show proof of funds of 90,000. So what we have to do, if your credit is not good, we're going to help you fix your credit to where as though you can get a pre-approval letter for $90,000 construction loan. It's so easy. So I kind of got like all that stuff like set up already. It's only a piece of paper from my lender. It's not much at all. You just got to be able to, cover, be able to. I think on 90,000, you're only going to probably pay like maybe like show like $7,000 or $8,000 down or something like that. But you don't have to put that money down. You just have to show that you have that money in the bank in order to get that loan. Now, so if we're just looking at phase 1, we can just look at it as a 90-day period. 90-day period. They have a review process. Majority people is in this process, like homeowners, they're not going to probably apply for these things because they're already struggling already. So they're probably not going to look for these dollar houses, because if they was, they would have been start purchasing these houses, because in Baltimore, they've been giving these houses away for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 at the auction. So to give them away for $1, you have to know that it's like by any means they trying to let go of these properties and fix up their neighborhoods. So we more so going to focus on phase two, focusing on emotional connection, sense of belonging that comes with owning a home, familiar or legacy ties in Baltimore. So that means you don't have to actually be from Baltimore to purchase these properties. So I don't want y'all listening to somebody that's saying, listen, this is, you can't do this or you can't do that. You have to look at the black and white. And where the black and white is stating is a pretty easy process. The next process is phase three. All applications received prior to March 2024 will be resumed processing after April 1st. So we have to get on it right now, y'all. The reason why I say let's get on it right now because there's no time better than right now. You cannot. We're not going to wait to do this. We're going to jump on it. And what are we going to lose? We're not going to lose anything by. We're just going to build our legacy by getting into this. So let me jump back over here. All right. So to be honest with you guys, you have to understand the full process, right? You have to understand everything there is to be in control of these properties. It's going to be easy to acquire these houses, but at the same time, a lot comes with it. So if everybody don't know me, I want to just get into that real fast, and then I'm gonna get into what else y'all need in order for y'all to get approved for these properties. The reason why I'm so passionate in real estate, I started at when I was 17 years old. I bought my first house when I was from my great grandma. It took me 4 years to rehab 1,000 square house, 1,000 square foot property, and right now I'm doing these same houses in 45 days, 60 days, stuff like that. So you gotta understand that I wasn't focused at all. I wasn't focused. I was. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was in the streets around that time because I didn't see anything but what I seen the same thing that they're saying in Baltimore. They're like they're not around no good people. I'm not gonna say good people, but they're not around good people that's going to teach them the game and get understanding. I learned my understanding when I had to go to jail, and I had to understand and look at these people that never was coming home from jail, never. 30 years, 40 years. You don't want to be in that process of never coming home, never seeing your family. So that made me straighten up. And I start looking at certain things and I start reading books. So this class is going to be about Baltimore, but at the same time, y'all got to get understanding of life. If you don't understand life, then you're not going to get anywhere in it. You can buy the properties and acquire them, but they're not going to get you anywhere until you understand life. So for me, I learned my lessons like while I was in jail, and it took me to read like one book, right? It was called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I understood, start learning the process from learning from being an entrepreneur or being a 9 to 5 worker. And then I read another book called 48 Laws of Power. That taught me a lot of inner things that I needed in order for me to be successful as well. And the last book I want to recommend y'all to read um, is going to be what the Rockefellers do. So the reason why we're targeting Baltimore right now because this is a legacy move. This is not to this is to make some money for the rest of our life. So we want to acquire as much properties as possible and move as a unit. So we want to make sure we're purchasing. We're like if we like to be honest, we want to buy blocks down Baltimore. We're not trying to just get one house. If we get one house, that's not going to do anything for us. So we want to focus on 10, 15, 20 houses. But in order for us to do that, we have to move as a team and we have to do it the right way. We have to do it the right way, y'all. So to be honest, though, I learned a whole lot, but throughout that process of me going to jail, coming home, getting my life together, I end up acquiring over 15 to $20 million in real estate because I started purchasing properties way back then, way back in 2005, 2006. That's when my journey started with real estate, and I've been in it for 17 years. So I'm gonna give y'all a few more keys. I'm not gonna give everything to y'all because I want Stormy to jump in there as well. So it's some misconceptions about real estate. So you could buy dollar houses, and Stormy gonna teach y'all. You could buy houses from the auction. You could buy tax lien sales. It's so many different ways to buy real estate. So y'all want to learn the dollar house process, but you also want to learn the for-profit process. That's your LLC to where we're going to be purchasing a lot of these properties. So it all starts with money is not a factor. Money is not a factor. It's about your mind. If your mind is great, then you're going to kind of get anywhere in life that you need to get to. Um, Ask yourself a question: are you the consumer or are you the investor? Right. So being a consumer is a person that consumes everything that the investor puts out. So a consumer will buy a dollar house right now and then will sit on that dollar house for, like, and just say, listen, I purchased a dollar house. An investor is going to figure out a plan to where as though we're going to purchase, all this land and we're going to come up together 3, 4 years down the line. We're going to have $1 million in real estate because we did this one move. Right. So you got to you got to ask your question right now. Comment in the chat. Which one are you? Are you the consumer or are you the investor? Comment in the chats. Next thing I want y'all to do, right? I want you to think about your mindset right now. Think about where you spend money at. Think about what do you need in order for you to be successful in life. Look at your bank account. Think about all those different things and think about what's your next step in order for you to get to that next level. So for me, right, I started out and I took these things away from me and it made me very good at what I do. Unnecessary spending, going to Uber Eats, not being teachable, not learning from other people that can teach me no matter how old they are or how young they are. Being a teachable person, procrastinating, and saying, I'm going to do this next week, or I'm going to do this tomorrow, or I'm going to do this in the next year. No, you want to jump on it right now. You don't want to wait, right? Having self-doubt, saying, listen, I can't go to Baltimore and invest. I can't go to Philadelphia to invest. I can't go into DC and to invest. I can't go to none of these cities and invest. When you can do it because we're doing it right now. So you want to make sure you understanding that you can do it and believe in yourself. Not working a job because you don't like it. So for everybody that's on this call, if you're not a millionaire yet, you should have a 9 to 5. You should treat that 9 to 5 like what? Your business partner. So you want to make sure you be able to have those W-2s, and so to where though you'll be able to make sure you be able to save some money and be able to get to the next level. So make sure you keep that job as well. Elimination of bad habits and body, right? Waking up late, laziness, splurging finances on liabilities, meaning going to what? Going to the mall, going to the every week just splurging finances on nothing, on designer for temporary fun that's not going to do anything. I'm calling out from work. Now listen, this is what I want y'all to do, right? I want y'all to picture your dream lifestyle. Picture that in your mind right now. Picture your dream lifestyle of where you want to be in life. For me, I used to travel on jets a lot. I bought my dream car. I even bought a helicopter. I bought a helicopter and I ended up like giving it back because I couldn't afford it, to be honest with y'all. So I was living outside of my means, but it's something that I could check off my bucket list, that I had it. But at the same time, none of those things don't mean anything to me. I just want to take care of my family. So that's my dream lifestyle. So I want you to picture your dream lifestyle, but then I want you to understand and think about 69% of Americans don't even have $2,000 saved to their name. So how many people in this call has 2,000 to their name? Comment too, or if you don't want to, don't comment. But at the same time, a lot of people lie to themselves as well. So you want to make sure you have money saved for a rainy day, right? You want to make sure you're saving. You want to understand the process to get to the next level. Because if you don't have 2,000 saved, then you're not going to be able to focus on the dollar house or anything like that. So you got to understand the process. So let me tell y'all the hard truth. Real estate is not an overnight success. We're not going to sit here and lie to y'all on the call. We want y'all to make sure y'all understand the process. It's going to be a good process. It's going to be worth it at the end of the day, because if you put $2,000 under your mattress or right now and then came back 5, 10 years later, you're still going to have $2,000, right? But if you put that 2,000 into some properties, 5, 10 years from now, you'll be sitting on hundreds of thousands or not millions of dollars at the end of the day. So you want to make sure you're not just saving money. Money is nothing but a vehicle for you to get to what? To get an asset so you can basically leave that to your family and live tax-free or whatever type of life you want to live. Next, I want to just get into this, and we're going. I only got like about 12 more minutes, and I'm gonna let Stormi finish out the grant process. This is where I started at, y'all. I started, my mentally in a jail cell. Last year I did an event for 300. Like I think I spent about $300,000 on my event. So I came a long, long way. The house I live in It's $1 million property. And I'm not even saying none of this stuff to brag or nothing. I want y'all to look in the mirror and tell y'all stuff that y'all can do it too. Like I came from nothing, like really nothing. So I want y'all to understand that y'all can do it. Y'all just gotta invest in yourself. Let's dive into everything real quick. So first thing first, this is what y'all have to have in order for y'all to get approved for the process from phase 2 and phase 3. Y'all credit must be on point for y'all to get the pre-approval letter. So y'all want to have 100% payment history. Your utilization must be at 30%. You want to have zero collections, no derogatory marks, at least a 5-year credit history, and you need to have at least 11 open accounts with no authorized user. And you want to have less than 3 inquiries. So we want to set you up the right way. Y'all gonna be able to jump on a call with us or something, but we want to make sure y'all set up the correct way in order for y'all to get that pre-approval letter so y'all can get approved for these properties. I want y'all to download Credit Karma or Experian if y'all don't have it. That's going to be your credit monitoring sites. If you don't know how to open up your LLC, you want to. I'm gonna speed through this real fast because I don't got that much time. I want y'all to check your name availability. That's gonna be the first step. Get your business address. It's $9.99. Get your business phone number. You're gonna create your LLC through the Secretary of State. It's $125. You're gonna get your EIN number. You're gonna get that from IRS.gov. That's free. You're gonna get your operating agreement. You're gonna get that from Rocket Lawyer. You're going to obtain your proper licenses, like your activities license and your business license, and then you're going to open up business bank accounts because we're going to make sure you get the bag too as well. So you want to make sure you have over 90,000 as well. You want to make sure you have that in credit, and also you want to have the money to show as well. So this is going to be the process. You want to make sure you have at least 4 business bank accounts. So you're going to have First Trust Bank. You're going to have American Express. They also offer business banking accounts. And the reason why I say get American Express because all the credit cards that you get, say if you order something from overseas or you order something that's not right, you'll be able to charge that back if they do something to you that that's not likely. So you want to make sure you cover yourself whenever you're doing business. So you don't want to just give somebody cash or write a check or send somebody a Zelle. You want to make sure you cover it. So you want to make sure you go with American Express. You want to go to Chase for Business because they're going to give you 75 to 80,000. When you apply, you have to have 2 primary credit cards that's reporting over $2,500, and they'll give you on your first go around about 60 to 75,000 without any docs. Next, you want to make sure you go to TrueMark Financial. That's another investment bank. So these are 4 banks that I want y'all to get in order for y'all to have that leverage and have that comfort as well. So I think I got a few more slides, and that's it for me, y'all. I wish I can go all the way in, but we want to make sure we give y'all exactly what y'all need on this call. So your legacy begins with opening your nonprofit, right? Not your LLC, not your for-profit. So the nonprofit is going to be the simple steps is just like the LLC, but the only thing you have to have, for me, I like to take care of at-risk youth, right, and teach them how to buy housing. So for you, it might be you want to take care of you might want to take care of homeless people and put them in housing or offer affordable housing. So you have to have why you're opening up your nonprofit, or you're not going to be able to open it up. So we also help you with that. So your nonprofit, that's where Stormi is going to teach you about how to get certain grants, how to get all the money that you actually need as well. So we're going to get money on both ends. Your LLC is your for-profit and your nonprofit as well. Only nonprofits now, they just stopped there, but it used to be only nonprofits can get a house for $1, but they stopped that. Next, so I'm gonna teach y'all like 3 more slides and then kind of go from there. So I need y'all to understand mentally, right? You have to have task delegation, right? You cannot do everything on your own. So what I mean by task delegating mean, listen, you can have somebody get their nonprofit, you could get your LLC, the next person can get business funding, and then y'all can all apply under one LLC and get these dollar houses. You don't want to just do everything on your own because it's going to be too much for you. You're going to have certain things that's going to happen in your life. Like, listen, your kids, your bills. Like, it's going to be so many different things. So you're going to need that. You're going to need a mentor. You're going to need somebody to help you out. You're going to need somebody on your shoulder telling you, listen, I can do this. I can make it happen. So you want to make sure you cover the 3 Ds. discipline, dedication, and determination. So when you get tired, you're going to tell yourself, listen, I'm disciplined. Every day you want to wake up, I got to get this done. You want to make sure you get a vision board. If you don't have one, get a vision board right now. You want to write down, listen, I want to have $10 houses, or I want $2 million in properties in the next 3 years. That's going to be your top headliner. And then now from there, you're going to write down, all right, look, so how am I going to get to this vehicle? So you're going to write down, all right, we can purchase dollar houses. We could go to the auction. We could go to all these different places. And also you want to write down the average repair values. You want to write down all these different things in order for you to get to that money, because it's not just going to come by you saying you want to be a millionaire. You have to structure it the right way. If you don't do that, then you're not going to get to where you need to get to. Also, you need a mentor or mentors that has the knowledge that's on trend. Meaning, you see me and Stormi, we did our research. We understood what's going on. Listen, you need to have mentors that knows what's going on, not just talking about it on Instagram to get likes. Like, we know what we talking about. We understand the process. We're not going to leave you out to hang. I'm not going to tell you to buy a bunch of houses and not help you on the back end. Like, we're going to be there for you. So you have to have you have to have a great mentor. Next, you have to cover your stuff as well. So the top 5 people you want to have is an accountant. You want to have a lender. You want to have a realtor. You want to have a mentor, and you want to have a real estate lawyer. I'm gonna give y'all a bonus one. The bonus one is going to be your actual contractor, and he's like very, 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 very important. So you want to make sure you have a contractor as well. That contractor is going to get you over the hump, and that contractor is going to be you. You're going to be the person that gets you over the hump. You're going to know how much everything costs in that building. You're going to know that these are going to be the workers that's going to work for you, and you're going to pay them as the contractor. So you're going to be the contractor. Y'all thought I was playing. Y'all thought I was going to tell y'all to go get another contractor. No, y'all going to do your own work as well, y'all. Y'all going to do your own work. So let me see. Storm, you want to hop in, Storm?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, I have a lot more for y'all, but I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna let Stormy do her thing.
Okay, so now I know some people was just joining as Runway was talking, so I'm gonna real quick go through this one more time for you guys, so you guys get all of what you came for, just so you guys understand the benefit of having 2 people who actually do real estate and don't just fluff on the internet is that you get 2 different investment perspectives. So my perspective might be a little bit different than Anthony's because he's way more advanced, and I'm thinking on a little bit of a different scale than he is. So I'm going to share with you guys my strategy for this dollar program opportunity that we have and how you guys can get access to it. So like Anthony was saying earlier was, right now they opened up the program April 1st and it's going all the way for the first 90 days, which will take us until July 1st. That first phase is going to be open for homeowners, people who are Baltimore residents who want to use the property as their primary residence for the next 5 years. Now, that does not mean you cannot rent the property out and make money off of the property, but that does mean what they're requiring from you is to hold an insurance, a homeowner's insurance, and a primary residence insurance is what they're wanting you to get in order to prove that you still live in the property. So with that being said, I already put in my application for my dollar home because I'm not sitting here waiting. And what I did was partner with an actual Baltimore resident and do my application with them. So you can definitely partner with the resident so that you can get in on this first 90 days because the inventory is first come, first serve. If phase 3 comes and there's no more properties left, you out of luck. It's a wrap, right? So for you guys who are ready to get going, or you live in Baltimore, or you're on this live and you don't live in Baltimore, partner with somebody on Baltimore. Y'all should be commenting right now. I live in Baltimore. I'm ready to partner. I got the 2000. Let's get it. I got good credit. I got this. I got that. Y'all should be right now in the comments networking and not missing the opportunity with 194 people that you can gain access to partnerships with. So for me, I partnered with somebody so that I could get in on this first round before the inventory dries up. So what that looks like is all you have to do is go onto the actual Baltimore site. And I'm gonna walk you guys through it real quick too, just so you guys can see it for yourselves. And like Ant was saying, round 3 is gonna be for the LLCs, the nonprofits, and people who are out of state who can get into it. The homes are actually literally $1. They're not 90,000. I saw someone comment. They're literally $1, you guys. And the
Yep.
only thing that you're paying for is that you have to pay for the application fee, which is $100 and a $3 actual like charge processing fee. So your application is going to be $103, and you can get up to 12 properties. Every single person can get up to 12 properties, but you have to pay that $103 per application that you put on. Now, the nasty work that I'm doing, because y'all know I likes to get nasty with my investments, the nasty work that I'm getting into is if you were smart, you would get the property and you would get the land next to it, right? You wouldn't just go and get one, you would get multiple. So this is the actual official site for the Baltimore. It's called the Fixed Price Program. So for instance, once you get registered online, registering is free. You go on their site and you just register, put in your email, your name, same thing you did for the Zoom class. You guys got the skills for that. They'll give you the access to see what properties are actually available. There's 370 properties that they have available in this $1 program, as you guys can see. So there's some that are vacant land and there's some that are actual structures that you guys can see from this right here. Now, what you're going to have to do is click on them, add them to your cart, and then they'll be down here in your cart section. And all you have to do then is open up your cart, and you'll be able to see what properties that you're going to apply to and click apply, and you'll be able to get those opportunities. Now, I just want to see, because there's some people who say they got $2,000 sitting in the bank account. And I hope you guys understand that every day that your money is not clocked in is losing value. Your money should be the hardest working person on your team. And some of you guys are sitting there scared to invest for whatever reason. I have no idea. Maybe you don't know how to get the contractors, or you feel like you don't have the information or education, but every day your money's not clocked in, it's losing its value. Imagine just like your life, every single day that you waste in time, you're losing the opportunity to make something out of yourself. You're losing the opportunity to get healthier. You're losing the opportunity to get wealth. So stop wasting time and stop not clocking your money in, and let your money be your hardest working asset, hardest working person on your team. So when it goes into this opportunity that we have here, what I'm doing personally is, of course, partnering with the resident. And then what I'm doing is going into the actual site. And I can't wait to tell y'all about the grants, because the grants is nasty work. What I'm doing is going into the actual site. And of course, you do your due diligence on the properties, but I'm buying the property and I'm buying the land next to it to build on it. Because a lot of you guys may not know that you can actually take out a line of credit on the land as well before you even built on the actual land with the property. You can take out a line of credit on the land as well. So now, even if you didn't have the money to actually do the rehab or whatever the case may be, that's another source that you can get the money from for rehabbing the property. And then also they have the grant that they're offering, right? Which is my favorite part of this process. Some of you guys may be new to me, but I'm Stormi Banks and I own a grant writing firm. We've done $17 million in grants just last year. So when I talk about grants as a strategy to really growing your wealth, this is like the strategy that I use on a day-to-day basis. Almost everything I do is off of grants. I tell people, if it's not funded, I can't do it, right? So when it comes to the grant process, this process is actually, it's actually pretty intricate on the documents that you're going to need. But once you log into your portal, they're going to have a literal section just right here of all of the grants that are available. So they have grants available for new homeowners. They have grants available for roofing. They have grants available for gutters. They have grants available for facade fixing. They have grants. At first, when I looked at the program, I thought it was only one grant that they had, until I went in, dug up, did my research, and I was like, oh, wait, they going crazy. But as you guys can see, a lot of these programs are ending really soon here, right? May 31st, June 30th, June 30th. So we don't have the essence of time for us to get access. For instance, this is a grant right here that has a $15 million fund that they're giving out, and you can apply for grants to upgrade your home and do affordable housing units for they're giving up to $500,000. So initially I was like, oh, $50,000 grants for rehab. No, up to $500K in some of the grants that they're offering. And you can click, boom, start my application, and you'll be able to go in and actually do your application online. But you only have one shot. So if you do your application and it gets denied, you have to wait until the next year's program. So this is why when Ant says, yo, it's so important to get mentorship, a lot of people are like those type of people. And I know some people in here who be hard-headed, be like, I can do that myself. Okay, yeah, I got the website. Let me go ahead, make a move, watch a YouTube video. I'm good. then you get denied, and now you like, dang, I don't got the money. And if you, just so you know, if you do not get the money to rehab the property, they are going to retract that property from you. Okay, if you do not fix that property, it's not like you could go and get it for $1 and sit on it for the next 10 years. They want you to rehab that property in 2 years. They have a deadline date. So if you don't do that, they're retracting the property from you. So getting the money is of the essence, and where time is not on our side because a lot of these programs are already coming to an end. They also got programs on here that are giving funding for unoccupied commercial units. They're giving funding for, fixing up all kind of stuff with the house. It's really anything. It's really crazy how much they have initiatives for home ownership, and especially for those Baltimore residents who are going to become homeowners. You guys can get this this grant right here, which is for first time home buyers. So you guys see, it's literally multi-million dollars worth of grants sitting right here on a computer that you guys have to know, how do I apply? What do I need? Which Ant went over what you're going to need to apply when it comes to getting that business structured properly and making sure that you guys have this stuff situated. So for the program, literally all you are needing for this program, if you're going in under the first phase as an individual and partnering with somebody else to do a first-time homeowner, you are going to need to make sure that you have that proof of funds, because they're asking for you to have at least $90,000 in proof of funds or pre-approval letter. So that is going to be necessary for you to get it, because of course, like I said, they want you to rehab them. They want that neighborhood built up, but you guys can get that. Anthony literally does that all day long, get pre-approval letters like real easy. And if you don't know how to do that, you can go in on the second half, that third phase, and you can be able to get your credit fixed from now till then, get your credit in position, and still go for a pre-approval letter and still gain access to the dollar homes. But what I don't want to see happen is, I don't want to see people seeing this and already counting themselves out. Like, be real. Was it anybody in here who was like, oh, I don't got good credit. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Oh, I don't oh, I don't live in Baltimore. Let me get my credit. No, I'm not going to be real in this class. But a lot of people be already doubting themselves. As soon as they hear the information, they're already thinking of the reasons why it doesn't work. You already thinking of the reasons why it doesn't work. Your reality is literally the mindset that you have. You have to understand that if you want it to work, it really will work. And if you're a true investor, like you guys was commenting earlier that you want to be an investor, true investors understand the game is get it as low as possible, because you make money when you buy. You make money when you buy. You don't make money after the deal is done. You make money on the deal being when you buy the deal. So if you can get it for $100, $103 plus $1 for the actual property, that's $104 that you just bought a property for. That if everybody has 2 years to build them up, everybody has to put at least $90,000 into the property. It's going to be 370 buildings in a 3-block radius that are all getting built up at the same time. How much equity you think you're going to have after 2 years in that property? How much equity? You think you're going to have more than $104? Hell, even if it's $208, you came up. Even if it only go to $208 in that property, you still made 100%. So you have to understand, everybody's about to be aligned to make money on these deals, and you guys could be first in line, but all you got to do is go through the application, get your credit right, get your pre-approval letter, and go. The people who said they got $2,000 in the bank right now, I'm counting that's like a good 20 properties. I'm like, we got about 300 properties in the room right now. Out of all of us, we got about 300 properties in the room right now. But I got to know who's actually ready to do the work, because the craziest thing is, one of those grants that I showed you guys, you don't even have to be in town. All my properties that I invest in, I get them from the tax lien auction, and I don't live in the state. So I invest in Memphis. Some of you guys have been seeing my story. I've been at the auction all week going crazy, and I don't live in in the state that I invest in, because I've built a really good contracting team. I have a really good team that protects me on all of my things. My lawyer, my CPA, everything is tight for me here. So one of the craziest things is, somebody's probably like, oh, I don't live in Baltimore. How am I going to be able to keep up with what's going on? One of those grants if you're going for one of those grants, they have an opportunity where they're going to actually give you the contractor. Come on, that's nasty work. They're going to literally give you a trusted state contractor who's literally going to be licensed above the board, doing the permits, doing everything proper, and they're going to not pay you, they're going to pay him. So when he goes in and fixes the roof, they're going to give him the money. When he comes in and does this, they're going to give him the money. When he comes in and does that, or she, because now ladies is ruling the world, not going to hold you. But whoever goes in and do the work, the grant's going to reimburse them for the work that they're doing. So you already know off the rip, okay, they got to do good because the state is watching and they got to make sure that stuff is A1 or they're not going to get paid. And you're not taking a loss because that's debt-free funding that you never have to pay back. I'm talking about you just got a property for $104, which is the dollar price plus the application fee and the processing fee. And you just got them to pay for you to get it fixed up. So there goes the $90,000 that you would have had to put in, but they put up for you. All you had to do was fix your credit to get a pre-approval letter. And then after that, you just sat on it for 2 years when everybody else was done fixing theirs up. You was A1 equity going crazy. You got $220,000 in your property. Because I looked up the comps in that area already. I looked up what other houses in that area was selling for. They was going for 197 to 220 from when I looked at it, which was this morning. And I know it ain't changed. So if you guys actually want to get into the game, you got to start today. Like today is the chance. It's no more waiting. It's no more, oh, woe is me. It's no more thinking about it. It's no more, let me ask my partner. No, 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 no. It's time for you to get up and get activated and get into the game. Type game on here if you're ready to actually get into the game and stop playing. Because if you don't know that this is the best opportunity that they got going, then you must have been asleep this whole class. You must have really been asleep this whole class. Because if you could buy 12 properties, get the property, get the land, hell, you could just lease the land to somebody. It's so many plays. Once you actually get the stuff, get the property, get the land, it's play on, play on, play on what you can do in real estate. Anthony just told y'all he's been in real estate since that man was, 2005. That's almost 2 decades in the game. You think that man don't know every trick and trade it is to know? And then not on top of that, when you having the right mentors, they'll put you onto everything that they're doing so that you always come out on top. So now what's the excuse? You got a contractor because you're going to get the grant. You got the money because you're going to get the pre-approval letter. You got the mentors because we sitting right here. You got the information because we sit here and just told you. You said you had at least $1 or $104 or a credit card or a friend, somebody who could give it to you. Pray to God and he'll send it down from heaven. You got the money. You never had a money problem. You got the money. But what is it? What's going to be the issue? Because now it's just between you and yourself. Now it's just between you and yourself. If you're going to actually take and embark on this opportunity and make sure that you get what you want for your legacy. Right? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Type some fire in the chat if y'all feel me. Because I could get passionate about this. Because when I first invested in small property and made that monies, I called Anthony. I was like, Ant, bro. I was calling him the whole time. Yo, send me this, send me that. What's this? What's that? So you gotta have good people. You gotta have good people around you for sure.
We just gave y'all like so much game as just understanding the process. Now it's really about y'all taking advantage of what we're actually offering you guys. Like, this is a opportunity of a lifetime, I would say. It's an opportunity of a lifetime because in 3-4 years, we're going to be looking back and saying, "Dag, why I didn't invest in that area? Why I didn't get into their local REIA group and understand what they're about to build in that area." So you got to understand the full process of real estate. The full process of real estate. I've been in this thing for 17 years now. I understand the process. I understand it like from a whole different aspect than a lot of others because I do this. This is my life. Now you got to ask yourself, are you ready to get in the game? Are y'all ready to actually get in the game, understand it, and really you really take us, me and Stormi, to get you to the next level?
Listen, so then let's do this, right? If everybody's cool with it, let's do this. I'll help you guys with the grants. So I'll do the grants with you guys. I'll get you guys on a call. We'll do the grant process all throughout. We'll do the grant writing template so you guys can have those to know how to actually do the grants here on and out. And then what we'll do too is I'm going to throw in as well my tax lien class, because like Anthony was saying, we want you guys to know everything that you guys have to do to actually get into real estate and keep going. And then I know Ant, what you got?
So I'm gonna help you guys with the credit repair. I'm gonna get your I'm gonna also help you with the contractor understanding, because even if you do have a contractor that they select for you, you want to understand that on your own. You need to understand contracting on your own so you better move on in any endeavors. So I'm gonna help y'all with the contracting. I'm gonna also help y'all with y'all pre-approval letters so y'all can get, that's the number one thing. We want to help you get these. So I'm gonna help you with your credit and the pre-approval letter, and then from there helping you become a contractor, understanding it wise. So that's what I can help. That's what I can bring to the class.
Okay, perfect. So that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna drop a link for y'all right now. Anybody who needs that help, I'm about to drop the link for you right now in the chat so we could get this going. So we could really get this thing going for anybody who needs help tonight. Program, you're gonna get the tax lien class, you're gonna get the free class, the free in-person with Anthony for his summit coming up. You guys are gonna get that navigation of the application for the actual property. We're going to also go through the approval letter with you guys. And then also you're going to get that credit repair class, and you'll get those credit repair templates as well. And then I'm going to walk you guys through the grant submissions for a couple different grants so that you guys can get funding from all over, and then give you those grant writing templates as well for you guys so that you have that skill going on. And then also, Ant just threw in, he's going to help you guys get your nonprofit situated. And then I will work with you guys on the grants for that side as well. And I'll do a class. When I do the class for you guys, I'll do the nonprofit side and the for-profit side, property exact. So this offer is $997. It's financing available as well on the site. If you guys click that link that's in the chat, you could use like Shop Pay to get approved for financing if you need to pay in increments. It's however you need to do it, but definitely take action. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys again. We definitely appreciate you guys coming in the class tonight. We've been on here for 2 hours. We're not gonna keep y'all forever.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate y'all being on here, and look forward to seeing y'all honestly in the next classes if you signed up. And then also just getting those properties, keep us up to date with the process and what you got going on and what you're doing. DM us, follow us on Instagram, and keep us up to date, because we really want to see you guys amazing things this year. Like for real, whatever your goal is, one door, your first door, your fifth door, your 10th door, whatever it is, like we want to see y'all get to that next level for sure. All right, y'all, we'll see y'all later.